So, the most relevant aspect of this program was getting to immerse myself in a culture I've never experienced before. Everything was completely novel, from the amazing food to transportation to communication to forms of art. Of course, I knew immersion would greatly improve my intercultural competence, but writing this reflection has made apparent the amount I was able to learn in just 2 weeks, much of which was actually outside of the classroom. Of course, this is a core component to this class, but it really makes clear how immersion makes learning constant and how I learned as much in 2 weeks by being in India as I would have learned from a year's study in Melbourne. The most meaningful parts of this immersion were the connections. Being able to connect to people who grew up millions of miles away in a completely different culture, like our mentors or our lecturers or people we just happen upon, is just so beautifully human. Recognizing similarities puts a lot into perspective and has helped improve my intercultural understanding as well as just my understanding of others in general. On the opposite side of things, immersion can be very overwhelming, and culture shock is definitely a struggle. Having 70 other people experiencing the same thing was such an important aspect of this immersion. Having a support network helped shape the experience for me because it actually allowed me to truly take advantage of it. The most satisfying part of this experience is being able to reflect on it. This e-folio has forced me to look at everything I've done in the past 2 weeks and not only just appreciate it, but also think a little bit deeper. It's been so satisfying to track my growth and watch my mindset develop by looking at my field notes week by week. My greatest challenge would have probably been pushing through my discomfort. While I'm very social, I'm also an introvert, so 2 weeks nonstop is a challenge in and of itself, let alone being in a country where nothing is familiar and nothing feels consistent. I definitely got overwhelmed at times throughout this experience, as I'm sure many others did as well. My greatest challenge was to keep myself from giving into that overstimulation and cutting myself off from truly immersing myself. Keeping myself open not only allowed me to experience a myriad of things I may never be able to again, but it also challenged my limiting beliefs and my biases. One of my most significant achievements was the group presentation. I not only was able to learn something about something I was super interested in, contribute to a project I'm proud of, but I also got to take on a role that I haven't often in the past. I've not often taken on more of a leadership role, but my work on this presentation and within the group helped prove that I am capable of doing things that may scare me and things I may not yet have taken on before. On a broader scale, looking back has made me realize how much I've grown in mindset and knowledge in the past couple weeks, and that is what I think I'll cherish most. Thanks.